What's up, everybody? It's Gomedex, and welcome to the Dominaria Standard Shakeup. This is the special event for the week. It is a standard event with just a much larger ban list, basically. So it's got cards cut out of mono white, mono blue, mono red, Esper control, Dimir control, feather, aggro. Just a lot of the cards that are seeing the most play in Standard are getting banned from this format to make room for other strategies. Some more brewing is the general idea of the format. So the prizes for this event are very nice, as usual. Pretty much the standard of the Planecation events. If you played in any of those before, you get to play completely for free. Your first win gives you 1,000 experience. That's a level up right there, as well as an alternate art basic land. There is one of each basic with some alternate art for you, and the 6th win gives you the full art basic from Unhinged, just like in the other Planecation events. So if you have gotten your 6 wins in every event, you'll have every basic except for the full art planes at this point, which I have to assume will be coming in the next Planecation event next week. So the deck I'm going to be playing today is a mono-green hexproof deck. This is a deck that I saw from SaffronOlive at MTG Goldfish, just the latest budget brew that he showed off, and it looks very, very fun. Definitely my kind of deck. It looks very similar to just like a really good draft deck from M19, just because it's got, you know, just some of my favorite cards that I would draft in mono-green. In M19, I would pick up Vine Mares, Blanchwood Armors, and Prodigious Growths. So it's definitely got some cards that are very, very close to my heart. So I'm excited to play it. So the general idea is you just play some good hexproofing threats like Vine Mare, Carnage Tyrant, Barkhide Troll, and start throwing ridiculous auras onto them. Blanchwood Armor is going to make it massive because you're mono green, all you're playing are forests. Prodigious Growth obviously is always going to make it massive. There's just +7/+7 and trample straight up. Vivien is very, very good as well. She can either make your hexproofing threats really big and trample, or she can have your creatures start dealing with your opponent's stuff, like killing off their creatures and planeswalkers, which is very nice. The other thing to note about her is her -5 is worth mentioning. You should definitely have a sideboard just in case you get into a situation where you've used her +1 a couple times and then they just wrath your field, so there's like nothing on the field, you've got nothing to do. You want to make sure you've got some creatures in your sideboard to use that -5 to grab them. So we just have a bunch of 2-ofs of just creatures that are good in very specific situations, since we can choose whichever creature we want. We've got Pelakka Wurm if our life total is really low, Multani if we just want a gigantic dude, Gargos if we have a bunch of stuff that targets our creatures still in our hand. Gargos is really good with those. Biogenic Ooze if we want just a big old threat in a can, if we want something that we can just dump all our mana into every single turn. Shifting Ceratops if we are playing against a whole bunch of counter spells. Shifting Ceratops is definitely the card you want to take. Brontodon if they have a really scary artifact or enchantment. Deathgorge Scavenger if they have a really scary graveyard. And Kraul Harpooner if we just want to shoot one of their flyers that's like killing us. So that is the deck. Let's see how it does. Very excited to play this deck because it looks really fun and really, really simple. So it's a nice change of pace, for sure. Let's suit up some horses, some trolls, and some dinosaurs. So I do expect to see a lot of dinosaur decks today, because anyone who has their really good Jund dinosaur decks is definitely going to be running them in this format. Other than that, not super sure. Probably Blue-White Spirits is another kind of fringe strategy that doesn't get hurt by the ban list at all. That is the other deck I was considering playing, as you could see by the fact that it was in my deck list there. So this hand is a little bit risky, seeing as it's only got a 2-drop and a bunch of cards, but I do not like to mulligan very often. I probably don't mulligan enough. So that is why I kept that. But it looks like we're definitely in a fine spot. They just discarded a Niv Mizzet. I've just seen red and black lands. They must be just pretty hosed on blue mana right now. So it looks like we're playing against some kind of Grixis strategy. And this keep has definitely worked out so far. Because my opponent also doesn't have the fastest start, so they're not putting a lot of pressure on me since I haven't been playing very many cards. And I feel like... Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but I was going to say, I feel like against like a red-black style deck, just throwing a single Prodigious Growth onto a Hexproof creature should just be game right there. Alright, well, we got a bunch of stuff because we got that 1,000 experience for that level up. I will go ahead and open that pack. Let's say I'll open that pack right in the middle. I'll open that at 3 wins. I usually do like to just open my packs just in the middle of the videos, just in case somebody likes to see pack openings. It's a nice little break from the games. And I don't really think that... I don't really think anybody wants to watch me just make a video of entirely just opening my packs. But I could be wrong. Alright, this hand looks a lot more keepable. I mean... It doesn't have like a super huge late game, because we only have 4 mana in this hand, but... I'm pretty sure it's going to work out. So our opponent starts off with a Temple of Mystery, so they are green and blue at least. There's another mana from the Paradise Druid. Season of Growth is going to be very nice. Then I get to scry off of every creature I play, make sure I hit the lands I need. River Sneak. Alright, looks like we're playing against Merfolk. That is a Blanchwood Armor in hand. Definitely a nice card to draw here. I think I just want to play Barkhide Troll for now. We're going to have to get real aggressive against Merfolk. I'm just going to attack with Llanowar Elves because that trade is favorable for me, I think. Alright, no blocks. I mean, it is a pretty bold attack, but I'm pretty sure they were not going to block under any circumstances there. So we might as well get that damage in there. So yeah, I might just get as aggressive as possible and just throw a Blanchwood Armor on this troll. I would really prefer to do that when I have a mana up, so if I draw a forest, I might just Blanchwood Armor the troll. Alright, now I'm definitely considering it. If I didn't draw the forest, I wouldn't do that, because against Merfolk, they could definitely just have some kind of bounce spells and stuff like that to screw us over, so I want to leave that 1 mana to give the troll hexproof if I need to. And I guess I can just attack here, because like if they block, I'm just trading off for 2 of their creatures. So they don't want to block, and now I can play Season of Growth and Paradise Druid, and now I have the Season of Growth set up so that now I draw a card when I play the Blanchwood Armor, so there's a lot less risk to playing it. Wow, another Season of Growth? That's... I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but it's certainly funny, so I'm gonna do it. I feel like I say that a lot. Now next turn I can play Season of Growth and a Blanchwood Armor. But then again, I'm not leaving any mana up to give hexproof, which is a bit of a problem. Alright, we are down to 13, taking some major damage from River Sneak. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna hope they're not the kind of Merfolk deck that's playing Unsummon. Which is possible. They at least might not have one in hand. I'm gonna take some pretty major damage on the crackback here, though, which is kind of an issue. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we still attack. Alright, they take it. Now they get to draw a card at the end step here. Unfortunately, this mana situation has not worked out super hot. I have drawn another 6 mana card with 5 mana on board. That could definitely have been an argument for just not playing Blanchwood Armor that turn, just playing another Paradise Druid alongside the Season of Growth. Water Trap Weaver. Should have had Hexproof. Ooh, yeah, now we're definitely going to die. Yeah, I feel like we probably would have died regardless of how we played this game, because that is just a massive, massive amount of merfolk coming at us here. Not quite lethal yet, but I do not see what I could do here to save myself. I mean, I just play Vivien and kill Kumena? But I'm at 3 and they have... yeah, there's nothing I can do. They have 2 unblockable damage right there. If they play a single merfolk, I die no matter what. Because Kumena they can give unblockable with another merfolk. So I just have to kill Kumena. And then, yeah, they have 3 damage I can't block because they have River Sneak plus Merfolk Skydiver. Well, that is going to be game.
With the Arkbow at my side,
We'll go ahead and shoot Kumena at least. Just to send a message.
My aim and their claws, you're done.
I could play another Paradise Druid, but there's not really a reason to. Then I'll just have less blockers. Seafloor Oracle. So they did have a merfolk to play. So even if I had a blocker for the flying one and all of the ground ones, still just going to die to the River Sneak here. Well, I got him down to 8, so I did some damage, at the very least, in this game. They're just sending in the whole team. I will take a bajillion and lose the game. Alright. So yeah, this format definitely brings out the old school standard decks that you haven't seen in a while. Because the only stuff that really got hit on the ban list is all the new stuff, the stuff that's seeing a lot of play right now. So now's definitely a time you're going to start seeing those old strategies that used to be very popular in Standard start to show up again. Because room has been made for them. Which is pretty cool. Alright, I like this hand a lot. The only problem is it doesn't have any auras, but obviously we just hope to draw those at some point. So it looks like we're going to be playing against probably just Sorenless vampires. This should be a fine matchup, because I just get to cast a Vivien next turn and just start going nuts with my Barkhide Troll. I don't think they really have a way to get out of that. I guess their best way would just get really aggressive on Vivien. I guess if I Vivien, like, literally right now, then I won't have the mana to give Troll Hexproof, so I guess I have to Vine Mare first. And the next turn, even if I don't draw another land, I can just start throwing counters onto Vine Mare instead with Vivien. Because they definitely can't kill Vine Mare. Because Vine Mare just always has Hexproof. Ooh, they're running Gideon instead of Soren.
At your service. I will lend you my strength.
Alright, give the Vicious Conquistador indestructible. And don't even attack with it. I guess they just wanted to put a counter on. Alright, that was a beautiful draw. Now I can play Vivien. And save up mana.
Everything from deer to dinosaurs.
To give Barkhide Troll Hexproof. I could even just have Vine Mare kill Gideon. Yeah, that was just a terrible position for my opponent. Vine Mare already just couldn't be blocked by any of their creatures, because Vine Mare can't be blocked by black creatures. And then, throw Vivien on top of that, so that Vivien can just shoot Gideon, and then Vine Mare can just get in there for free. Or, you know, maybe in that situation, I probably would just put a counter on both, and then just attack Vivien with Vine Mare. But, yeah, that was going to be a very hard game for our opponent to come back from. Definitely some very nice draws in that game. Alright, heading into another round. This hand's a little bit risky, but just a single land and this hand is very good. Without a single land, it's a bit iffy. If I don't draw a land next turn, I might just play Paradise Druid first. Unfortunately, it looks like we're against Orzhov. Oh, maybe another vampire deck, that's not so bad. I was gonna say, I'm a little bit worried if I'm just against another, or just a deck with a bunch of Wraths, Kaya's Wrath and Planar Cleansing, stuff like that. That's all very good against hexproof stuff. Queen's Commission. Alright, we are against another vampire deck here. Well, yeah, now I've got the 3 mana, I'll play the Troll. Save up the Hexproof mana. Then again, a Danto Vanguard not going to block, they can just give that indestructible for 4 life. Sanctum Seeker, that's pretty scary. Oh man. This is pretty bad all around. Didn't think this mana situation would be so bad, but it's definitely hindering me here. We're gonna get hit for a lot next turn thanks to that Sanctum Seeker. See what they decide to do here. They might have some more stuff in their hand. If they have like some Legion's Lieutenants or something, that could just make this bad situation worse. Oh dear. I had to say words. That's not good. That is very not good. Alright. Well, we're taking like a metric shit ton. Alright, down to 10. No, I'm not removing a counter. I'm just trying to block. Alright, let's kill Sanctum Seeker and... I can't just take 8 here, can I? Because then I go block, block, block. I guess if I play a creature next turn, I can take 8. Or if I just thrash their guy, I can. Alright, if they just have like a random combat trick here, I am dead. But I can accept that. Yeah, so next turn I can Thrash Legion's Lieutenant and chump block the Vanguard with Paradise Druid and block a 1/1 with a 3/3. Oh dear. I'm super dead. Yeah, that's not going to change anything. Ooh, the third 6-mana card off the top. To be fair, though, I don't think there was anything I could have drawn at that point. Opponent definitely smacked me pretty hard with a lot of vampires. So if the record keeps up, it's been like 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. This will just be a 12-game video. This hand is awful. Just absolutely terrible. Mulligan. Alright. This is the exact opposite of last hand. Come on, deck. You can't just give me a hand that's nothing but my late game and then a hand that's nothing but my early game. Although I suppose it can just give me a hand like that, because it just did. Alright, see what we get in the future here. Thrash and a threat. Probably just going to cast a threat, to be totally honest. It's not what the plan is, but we're probably going to use Paradise Druid to just play a 4/4 trample with that. I suppose it depends on what they're playing. Are we playing against another vampire deck? Oh no, we're playing against Esper Control. No Teferi. No Thought Erasure, Esper Control. If that's the case, I'm actually just not playing Paradise Druid there. I'm just playing Barkhide Troll and just saving up that Hexproof mana for it. I'm just going to try to kill them with a Blanchwood Armor Barkhide Troll then, because a 4/4 creature token is very easy for them to kill. Oath of Kaya. Probably shoot Llanowar Elves. I guess they just want to get the Hexproof off the Troll first. Yep, just shoot Llanowar Elves. Okay. Makes me very happy. That means I still have the Hexproof on the Troll. The only problem, however, is now I can't play Blanchwood Armor and still save my Troll. So, there's that. They do have Kaya's Wrath. That is not banned. So there it is. So that would be another thing that's very good against hexproof creatures. There's Kaya.
I'll phase through anything that stands in my way.
So Kaya doesn't do a whole lot. She will eventually kill us. That's probably their win condition. Is just eventually having enough exiled stuff to just kill us. But they could also just be running like some random creatures.
You're back. You beat me this time. Bravo.
Alright, well there's my 4th mana. They're probably just going to counter this, but there's nothing else for me to do. Looks like they just don't have counter spells right now.
Tear it down.
You could have Vraska's Contempt or something like that. Get rid of her. If they don't get rid of her, she'll let me grab a creature from my sideboard. Unfortunately, they do just Vraska's Contempt her.
With larger predators.
Do have another Vivien to try to play here.
I'm sorry, was that dear to you?
Barkhide Troll. Can also try to play him. Yeah, Barkhide Troll. Do I get to keep him? Alright, 2 cards in our opponent's hand. In our set, we'll start it off
My prowess is unmatched when I hone your prowess.
Alright, so they have one card in their hand that I haven't seen. And a Gideon. Okay, so Gideon is definitely a win condition as well. So they have literally 1 mana up, so I can just threat and kill Narset here. Pretty safely. Because I do not believe that they'll have a 1 mana removal spell.
Bye-bye.
Alright, we're actually in not that bad of a spot. I can Thrash and kill Narset. And then I can Blanchwood Armor and kill Gideon or Kaya, whichever I'm more scared of. I suppose I'm actually just more scared of Gideon right now. Take some damage from that Oath of Kaya, which is a problem, but not a big one.
Curse the darkness.
Search for Ascanta might flip here. Kinda sucks. Yep, there it goes. So now they just need 2 removal spells or a Kaya's Wrath to get rid of my troll. Dovin's Veto. They pick up. That definitely sucks. That gets rid of Vivien.
Be gone. Well done. Look to see me no more.
So I guess we just play Season of Growth next turn, since we know Vivien just cannot resolve. Maybe a Season of Growth can get out there, at the very least. Because even if our auras get countered, Season of Growth still lets us draw the card. Because it resolves the draw trigger when we cast them, not when they resolve. Dovin's Veto. Fair enough. I might be able to resolve a Vivien then. Alright, if they have a removal spell, they can make sure their Kaya survives, because I can turn Troll into a 7/7 to make it survive.
I'm gone for
Looks
now,
like they don't.
but not forever.
So, now we just have to worry about the fact that they have a flipped Ascanta and 3 more Kaya's Wrath in their deck. Narset it is. They have a lot of draw to try to pick up a Kaya's Wrath here.
Like wind and wave. I have just the trick for this.
Pick up Ugin the Ineffable. God, this is just Super Friends control. Alright, they can make 2/2s and destroy something that's one or more colors. They can destroy Blanchwood Armor. Okay. But they have no mana up, so if I draw a forest, this will be hilarious. Oh. Well, that's okay as well. Don't actually think I want to play that, though, because Kaya's Wrath is the biggest issue.
With the Arkbow at my side, I can't lose a fight.
I can kill both their planeswalkers, or I can plus here. I think I want to kill both their planeswalkers.
You
Still
picked the
have
wrong
much to
fight.
learn.
Plussing is like so juicy, but I just gotta get these planeswalkers off the board. Alright, so now I'm not even that worried if they Kaya's Wrath, because if they Kaya's Wrath, I can just play a Vine Mare and throw some counters on it. If Of course, they could have a counterspell to back it up. Liliana is awful for me. Just make me sack a creature here.
If I were you, I'd just surrender
Yep.
right now. Get out of my way!
At least Liliana's only at 2 now. And now I'm just going to have a really big Hexproofer. I'm starting to wonder how many Kaiser are in their deck, because they're halfway through the deck. I think they've only played 1. Like, if they have 4, it's definitely about time for them to pick up another. Yep, there it is. Now they just start making 2/2s.
Putrid, but effective.
Well, here's a 3/3. Take that, 2/2s.
We're fit enough to survive.
Smelly, but effective.
Oath of Kaya for exactly 3 damage to my 3 toughness dude. Feels bad. Good old Esper control.
This is why I don't like people.
This is not a good time for another Prodigious Growth.
Good help is easy to find in war.
Oath of Teferi to double up the Planeswalker abilities?
Rise and shine.
I'm gonna love holding this grudge.
My god, have they played a playset of Narset yet?
There are so many
Not quite.
thoughtfulness before
That's just the
action.
3rd one. Dawn of Hope. Interesting.
Meditate and prepare.
Another Eugene. That is a forest. We are dead. We're not dead on board. They just do 8 to us if I didn't Prodigious Growth their guy. But that was super over. Getting manhandled by control again. Alright. Well, the record has not stayed. We have 2 wins and 3 losses now. It's not going to go win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. That was 2 losses in a row. We ruined the strategy. We ruined it all. See, we're playing against here. Starting off with a Hallowed Fountain into a Loyal Pegasus. Could be just a Azorius favorable wins strategy. That is exactly what it is. Luckily for me, that Loyal Pegasus cannot attack or block until they have another creature attacking or blocking with it. So we can just try to get in there real aggressive here and just thrash the first other creature they play. Like, that eagle is absolutely getting thrashed. Actually, it's got 4 toughness, so that's easier said than done. Do I just want to play mana, or do I want to play the Vine Mare? If I play Vine Mare, I know I can I know I can Thrash next turn. But if I play mana, I know I can play Carnage Tyrant next turn. I think I have to just make sure that I can kill that thing. Oh my god. Another Empyrean Eagle. That's very bad. Very, very bad. Alright. Season of Growth, so I get to draw a card when I Thrash. Now, this will deal damage to Empyrean Eagle. So, boop. Draw a card. Loyal Pegasus cannot block here. Send in the damage. And drop a Llanowar Elf, because I don't actually think I need to save up Hexproof mana against another aggro deck like this. We'll leave a Barkhide Troll on top, that's fine. I already have enough mana for Carnage Tyrant next turn, so might as well just have another Troll at the ready. Resplendent Angel is here. That's really bad. That's a 6/6 Resplendent Angel. If they manage to give that thing +2/+2 and lifelink just once, I'm in a really, really bad spot. This is awful right now. Probably should have just thrown that Troll on bottom. Guess I'll summon the Carnage Tyrant, see what's next. Prodigious Growth. I'm gonna pass. That's the wrong settings menu. Sorry, I'm just... They're not being snarky, they're just saying literally everything that I've played at all is nice, and it's, I don't know, it's just... very pointless. Gonna turn that off. 6 + 5 + 4, I think I'm dead. Yep. Down to -1. Well, that sucked. If I had just scryed the Troll to the bottom, I would have been able to cast the Prodigious Growth for lethal. So that was a big punt. Big oof in that game. Now we're playing against Grumps. Alright. I like this hand quite a bit. I like casting Vine Mares early. See what Grumps is playing. A Watery Grave. Well, that's gonna make me grumpy. If they just start playing a bunch of control cards. Send in for damage. Drop down a Vine Mare. It looks like they are Nicol Bolas colors. They are Grixis. Could be a Grixis control deck, just minus the Thought Erasures. Cry of the Carnarium. Alright, kill my mana dorks. That's fine. I seem to be doing perfectly fine on drawing forests. I just need one more for a Carnage Tyrant. Vine Mare might just kill them by itself here. That is what it's starting to look like. Just gonna counter a Llanowar Elves? Nope. But that does make me very concerned they have a counterspell up here. Not that it matters for Carnage Tyrant, but it's definitely important to remember in case this game lasts at all. Looks like the game is not gonna last. Unfortunately, they cannot beat a Vine Mare. Alright, Herald of the Sun is our random card reward, just for daily wins, I think. And we are now halfway through, so it is time to open some boosters. Got a Guilds of Ravnica booster thanks to the Mastery Path. Picking up a Light of the Legion, so it looks like a whole lot of garbage. Light of the Legion is cute, but I already have a copy, and for a card like this that's just cute and kind of fun, I only really want one copy because I would just want it for Brawl anyway. Wouldn't really want it for just competitive ranked standard. So, not the most useful rare for me. Let's see what we get in this pack. Uncommon Wildcard is definitely fantastic. And another Leyline of Anticipation. I think that gets me closer to playset of those. Don't think I'm ever going to need a playset. That's another card I think I just want one copy of for Brawl, but who knows? Maybe some kind of really weird deck is going to show up in the future that uses a bunch of ley lines. That would be really cool if Opalescence got reprinted in Standard or something. That's a card that makes all of your enchantments creatures equal to their converted mana costs. That would be super cool. Then you could just play ley lines just to beat people up with them. Alright, opponent starts with a Fairy Miscreant, so probably another just flying style strategy. It could be a mono blue deck. Oh, I was totally wrong. Blue, red, white. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm playing against here. I'm assuming it's going to be another favorable wins type shenanigans, but don't know what the red's for. Yep, it's definitely just a Flyers deck. Maybe the red is like to throw in some late game dragons and stuff. Alright, well, we're off to a pretty terrifying start. All they have to do is just cast favorable winds, and I'm just in a awful position because they got to play 4 1/1s with Flyers out here. There's a winged word, so it looks like they don't have favorable winds quite yet. But I am sure that is what they are digging for. Alright, so we're taking 4, so now's the moment of truth. Do I want to just cast Vivien? Or would I rather just save up Thrash in case they play an Empyrean Eagle to just shoot the Eagle down? If I just play a Vivien and dump the counters on Troll, that might get them to just spend all of their mana and get rid of Troll, which is terribly bad for me. Like, I think that's actually just bad enough for me that I can't do that, because then I don't have any creatures to put anything onto. I think I have to just save Thrash. Because, yeah, again, the problem with just going all in on the Vivien, putting the counters on Trolls, then I just no longer can give it Hexproof, so Hanged Executioner just on board can get rid of my Troll, and then I don't have any creatures for any of my stuff. Spectral Sailors here. Please be an Empyrean Eagle and not a favorable winds. Or I guess neither. Neither works as well. Not going to Thrash quite yet. Hopefully they play something a little bigger, but not quite more than 3 toughness. Please play a creature? No creature? Alright, well, let's draw a card, I suppose. Shoot a Sailor. Thinking about shooting the Hanged Executioner, but then they can just sacrifice it and make me get rid of one of my counters. Looks like they're still just going to make me get rid of one of my counters. Actually fine, because now I'm just getting rid of 2 creatures here. And I don't have to worry about all their mana. Alright. Well, he doesn't have Hexproof anymore. Actually, yeah, he does. I have Vivien. Now I get to play Vivien and save up the Hexproof mana because I'm putting counters on him.
I will survive.
So I can remove those counters to give him Hexproof again. Sick combos.
This'll be fun to watch.
Unfortunately, I am at 8 life facing 3 flyers right now. So I'm still not in a good spot. There's another Fairy Miscreant. Still no favorable wins or anything, though. Alright, I think my only hope is to just Prodigious Growth for the win next turn. There's favorable wins. Alright. Taking 6. If they have a Shock or a Lightning Strike, I'm just dead. This is the final, just the moment of truth. Do they kill me this turn? Oh my god, Rally of Wings! That very much kills me this turn. 12 damage. Pretty brutal there. I still have no idea what the red mana was for. That was otherwise just, blue-white favorable wins, which you see around, but still don't know what the red was for. Still don't know. The world may never know. Anyways, let's head into our next round here. We're definitely getting crushed by these Flyers decks. Getting crushed by a lot of decks, to be fair. But at least I'm playing a bunch of green dudes. Sticking true to my roots. This hand's awful. This hand's not great either. But I just can't, mulligan to 5. Oh my god, I hate this. I guess I'm putting Thrash on bottom. Should probably have just put the Vine Mare on the bottom, but 1 mana off from it. Playing against a Watery Grave to start this game off. Ground Catacomb. Probably another Dimir control list. I thought the purpose of this event was that we would start playing against different decks every time, instead of the same stuff. It was to shake up the meta and get people to start playing some tier 2 strategies. Which, it did, but if I just play against favorable wins and then Dimir control, that is just as boring. To be honest. I'm being a little salty. Let's be fair, I'm being a little salty. It's just what's gonna happen. People are gonna play what they're gonna want to play. And if a bunch of people want to play Dimir control, then I'm gonna play against a bunch of Dimir control. That's just a fact of life. It's not like a problem with the game or anything. I'm just being salty. My apologies. Alright, here comes Opt. I'm going to set up their draws. I am not going to Llanowar Elves here. I'm going to save up that mana to give Barkhide Troll Hexproof if I need to, in case they have a cast down or something like that. If they do have a cast down, because they're a deck that usually runs Cry of the Carnarium, it might be worth just casting down the Troll to get rid of the counter on it, and then Cry of the Carnarium next turn. But again, I have no idea what's in their hand. They could just have neither of those cards right now. Just saying, theoretically, just thinking about cast down right now. So I'm going to play a Vine Mare here. Just going to let them kill the Troll if they want to, because Vine Mare is even more hexproofy. And since they're only playing blue and black, they're not playing white, or at least they're not playing enough white for Kaya's Wrath. I think it's very unlikely they have something that can kill Vine Mare. Unfortunately for us, they did have Essence Scatter, which can kill Vine Mare, so this is going to be very bad for us if they just kill both our dudes. Luckily, Barkhide Troll survives by the skin of its teeth through that cry of the Carnarium, and now we'll just toss on the Blanchwood Armor. Alright, one more hit from this and the game is over. See if we can do it. I suppose if they target it with some kind of removal and I have to remove the counter, then I might just put them to 1 next turn if I don't draw another forest. Enter the God Eternals. Give it Hexproof. I don't know if that counters the whole spell. I think they still get their 4/4. Yep, they still get the 4/4. Alright, well. Guess I shoot the 4/4. So I can hit them for 6. Now they need 2 removal spells if I play Troll. They also just need 2 removal spells if I play Llanowar Elves. So Llanowar Elves might be better. Because if I play Troll and then they have 2 removal spells, I'm just losing all of the hexproof value. I guess, no, Troll's better because then if they have 1 removal spell and that 1 removal spell is Vraska's Contempt, I still kill them. Okay, they played Liliana, which means that playing Llanowar Elves was better than playing the Troll. So that is good for me. Here's the Troll. I feel like I'm about to lose the same way I did last time I played Dimir Control. They're just going to start making a million zombies and killing every creature I play for the rest of mankind.
Rise.
Okay. They have 4 cards in hand. I guess they just have to target it with 1 removal spell and then it's a 2/2 and they don't have to worry about it against a field of their own 2/2s. But I have Blanchwood Armors. Blanchwood Armor is such a great card. I've loved this card since the moment I saw it. The first time I saw it was... I saw the 10th edition version when I started in 2009. Which I think 10th edition was pretty old by that point, so I don't know how that happened. But it did. Alright, well... They obviously just trump. They just trump with a 2/2. Liliana keeps making a 2/2 every turn. They can trump forever. And there's just no way I win.
Death is enlightening.
The only way I win is if, like, they don't get rid of Troll, and I get Forest Prodigious Growth, which is very unlikely. They're definitely gonna get rid of Troll within the next 2 turns. Because worst case scenario, they make another zombie now, and then minus Liliana next turn. Just to make sure I can't, like, trample it to victory. I suppose if I get Vivien off the top, if they don't kill Troll right now, if I get Vivien off the top, I win. So actually, I do have cards that could win, but I've already played 2 Viviens, so there's only 2 in the next 43 cards. So I probably don't get Vivien off the top, but it could happen, and it would be lethal if they don't have a counterspell. Immediately reveals negate. Oh, good lord. I love playing against Control. Wow. Hey, it's Prodigious Growth! Alright. I'm done with that one. I'm sorry. I didn't play it out all the way, but the game was over. Sad day. Alright. We are halfway to our 6 wins, and it has been a while. I don't know how long this video is, but it's pretty long. So I am going to start conceding. I know I have several times gotten people to say, hey, you should play the games all the way out, but it's like, listen, I have to leave in 1 hour. I need to win 3 more games in 1 hour. If I'm gonna lose, I'm a scoop. Here we go. I gotta go speed mode now. Let's get in there. Let's bash some faces with some trolls, some growths, some Blanchwood Armors. I have never paid enough attention to Prodigious Growth's art to know that that's a gigantic ant, and now I like it even more. That's incredible. It always just looked like some kind of weird stuff going on. And I was like, oh yeah, that art's just weird stuff. That's what's happening in the art. It's a giant ant. It's not that weird. Giant ant. Alright, Healer's Hawks are coming in. Which is going to make this game take forever, especially because they're just going to immediately play a favorable winds. What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? They literally said, we just want to get rid of the most played cards and let people start brewing so that you'll play against a wide variety of decks you don't usually see. And this is like the 3rd favorable wins deck, if not the 4th. Somebody must have like posted on the Reddit and just been like, these are the best decks to play in the format. Favorable wins, Dimir Control. There you go. Where are the Jund Dinosaurs, by the way? I haven't seen a single Jund Dinosaur, so I've been very incorrect. Did we just die to Rally of Wings on like turn 3? Sure did. I mean, we're at 1, but it's definitely over. Cool. Alright. If anybody has stuck around this long in the video, are you excited to watch me lose to favorable wins for another hour? That would be absolutely depressing if by the time I have to leave, I haven't even gotten the 6 wins. But you know, that's how we roll here on the channel. I just play the game, I do my best, and I upload what happened for you all to see. The only time that I'm really trying to be informative or, like, control what happens in the video is when I'm just describing the formats and the deck lists at the very start of the video. After that, it's like, whatever happens, happens. That is the Magic Arena life. Just giving you a piece of that. Alright, here we go. Chart of course starts it off for opponent. They're playing Phoenixless Phoenix. Definitely interested. They actually, you know what? They're probably playing that Thousand Year Storm deck. That's probably what's happened. I've seen that deck like once before. In the treasure format. And now they're just probably playing it in this format. Alright, this is a really good start against an Izzet deck. So I think this should be a pretty easy win. Because that Izzet does not really have answers for even just a Barkhide Troll. There's Crackling Drake. Alright, no, it's just it's Izzet Drakes with no Arclight Phoenix. Oh my god, really? It's the world we live in right now? Guess I'm doing that. Woo! I don't know about you, but this is dope. Alright, they just gotta block with the Drake. Yep. The only thing that they could have that would be concerning at all would be like an unsummon. So like if they just start throwing lava coils at the troll, I just don't remove the counter. So this troll's basically impossible for them to kill in blue-red. Alright, Vivien is not quite lethal here, but Vivien does give trample. So it's going to be bad. It's definitely going to be bad for them. I would definitely much rather give trample than just shoot the Drake. Well, now I could shoot the Drake and do lethal. Yeah, never mind. Now I just shoot the Drake because I drew Forest.
Civilization.
There's the scoop.
Tear it
They
down.
knew that it was over. Honestly, faster than I did. I saw Vivien, and then I saw the Forest, and I was like, is that lethal? Opponents saw Vivien, they were like, that's lethal. It's over. It's so over. Alright, we did it! We got another win. We only need 2 more wins. We're getting very close. Let me go ahead and put an orb in my mastery tree. I'm just trying to get all of the commanders I'd be interested in for Brawl. I'm just trying to get their styles. That's how I'm working on the mastery tree. So now I'm going to get Kaikar. So also known as I'm just trying to get everything on the mastery tree because they make the legendaries the hardest to get. Because you have to get all of the white cards and all of the blue cards to get Kaikar, and you have to get all of the blue cards and all of the black cards to get Yarok, and so on. So basically I'm trying to get to level 100 just to get the legendary styles. I don't usually care about the card styles at all, but I think the only time that I would really care about the card styles is every commander that I use in Brawl. I probably want to have them styled out, because that'd be cool. Cool to have your commander in a card style. Alright, another game. Very bad hand. Mulligan. Another game. Pretty bad hand. Keep. Alright, this isn't the worst thing in the world. My opponent isn't playing the kind of deck that can just get rid of my troll immediately. This hand is pretty scary. And it looks like they're blue-red again. So they might be. Gonna unsummon my troll. I think they're just reading it. Probably played the Steam Vents untapped to save mana for Spell Pierce up. Uh-oh. That's not cool. There are 3 colors? Oh, Lava Coil, come on. Feels bad. Now I just don't have any creatures. I do have a Season of Growth as soon as I get a creature, though. There's a Narset. This looks like they're probably Jeskai Control. Maybe Jeskai Planeswalkers. That was a deck for a while. Uses Sarkhan to turn all of the Planeswalkers into 4/4 flying threats. Oh my god, that's what we're playing against. I'm scared. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty bad. At least I know Vivien can resolve here.
From the smallest ant to the largest hydra, nature is beautiful.
Yeah, Sarkhan's gonna be a big problem. Bunch of flying planeswalkers smacking my face. And they're all stained glass too, that's so fancy. Prison Realm. Can't put Vivien in the Prison Realm. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't bring a gigantic army of Eternals to Ravnica. Try to kill everybody and take their souls. Sorry, they're Sparks. Alright, this game's an absolute loss. There's nothing I can draw to win this game, so that is a scoop. I have a basic land and a card that only works with a creature out and no creatures out, so. Opponent had like 6 cards in hand, one of which is a Sarkhan, which is just an insane threat. So, that is the kind of game I was talking about. That's just very over. I gotta in the what? I can't speak right now. Totally honest. This hand's so bad. Why did I keep this hand? I don't know why I kept this hand, but it happened, so maybe we can win. In the interest of time, that's what I was trying to say. In the interest of time, that last game was a absolute concede. What do you got? Opponent has Sarkhan as their avatar, so we might be playing against the exact same deck. Maybe they're going to play Sarkhan. And just make me feel bad. That actually wouldn't be, the worst thing in the world unless they can kill my troll first. So it looks like we're against a Rakdos deck. At the very least, they're red and black. Grixis, could be another Grixis control. Oh, or just something completely different. Here comes a Wily Goblin to give them a treasure token. So this might be like a very multicolored deck, since they're getting a treasure token there. No idea really what they're playing. What are you playing, opponent? It looks like they are just Grixis. They're Sarkin. Alright. Must be a dragon deck? Because this is the dragon Sarkin.
Dragon whispers of your demise.
Discard a card, draw a card. Alright.
What madness!
They choose not to discard, just wanted to put a counter on Sarkin to make sure he's safe from getting removed. Or maybe they're trying to get to that -7 and just make a bunch of dragon tokens. Alright, I need one more mana for a Prodigious Growth. So, I'm just gonna keep bashing their face then. Alright, chump with the Wily Goblin. Fair enough. Just gonna save the Thrash and Threat here. Because if ultimating that Sarkin is the plan, I want to make sure to keep them off that while also still damaging their face. I suppose I could just do that by making a 4/4 trample. But there is a 5/5 flyer, so that stops my 3/3, and it would stop the 4/4 trample on the ground anyway, if I had made one. Here's Prodigious Growth. So if I Prodigious Growth right now, I have to just really hope they don't have a removal spell. The other option is I just sit here and wait till I get another mana. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it and hope they don't have something that just says, like, destroy a creature. That would be phenomenally bad. Well, at the very least, even if they kill the troll right now, I got to do 10 damage to them with it. And then if I draw another forest, like, it's possible I could just win out of nowhere by throwing a Prodigious Growth onto a Paradise Druid. But that seems unlikely, because, yeah, Niv Mizzet can just kill one. So, yep, Niv Mizzet kills Paradise Druid. It is gone.
Don't doubt my methods.
They are going to discard a big Sarkin to draw another card, trying to draw into a removal spell, I assume. Nicol Bolas Dragoncod. Well, he is a removal spell, so... Yeah, they've got a 5/5 flyer in the air. They do damage to something every time they draw a card. They have Sarkin at 6. They're one away from ultimate. Yep. That's another game. There's no lines. There's no lines in which I win that game. And I am running out of times. 2 more wins to go. Let's go. We are starting to play against some different decks now. We played against Jeskai Planeswalkers, and then we played against Grixis Planeswalkers. That was some different stuff than we've been playing against recently. Alright. What do we have here? Not the worst hand in the universe. To play an early Blanchwood Armor. Of course, with only 2 forests, that's not that scary, but with a bunch of Llanowar Elves to ramp up into later draws, this hand could be really nice, depending on what's on top. We are playing against another favorable wins deck. I am almost 100% certain. Well, I'm pretty glad that I didn't actually choose to use my White-Blue Spirits deck, because it would have been very similar to what I'm playing against all of the time. Not all the time, but a decent chunk. Spectral Sailor. Cool. Let's just go big.
With the Arkbow at my side, I can't lose a fight. Stomping time.
Alright, I don't think they can kill Vivien next turn unless they just have Prison Realm. So we might be able to just cheese a win out here real fast, because next turn I can Blanchwood Armor and give Troll 2 more counters and Trample. Yep, that's just Empyrean Eagle. Opponent is going to be in a very bad spot next turn. They choose to hit Vivien for 4, that way I can't use her minus ability to kill their Empyrean Eagle. Fair enough.
You've made a dangerous enemy.
Season of Growth. Not going to do that. Want to leave the mana to make sure the Troll survives.
We're fit enough to survive.
Bam! Big boy damage coming in. Down to 5. And I just permanently have a 10-10, so they're going to have to chump block once per turn. Looks like that is a scoop from our opponent. They still could have definitely fought it out. Because with enough cards like Fairy Miscreant that are just a random 1/1 that can chump block and that lets them draw a card, they could potentially just have enough chump blockers to keep chump blocking until they eventually kill me with flyers. But they might not have known that the Troll doesn't naturally have trample, and they might just have not had a good hand for that situation at all. Alright, heading into hopefully the final round. Hopefully we can get our 6 wins out of the way here. Pick up that Full Art Island. Finish off the video. But we will see. We're playing against Starman Deluxe. Got some Trolls. Got a Season of Growth. Seems fine. Alright, we're playing against something different. Stitcher's Supplier will start it off. Looks like they are Dimir. That is all I know for sure. Probably Dimir Reanimator, since they are milling themselves, and they've got cards that let them discard a card. So they are probably a Dimir deck with multiple copies of the 4-mana card that lets them return a creature from their grave to the battlefield. Alright, Vine Mare is going to be very good in this matchup, I think. Seems like they probably are just going to have a bunch of black cards. For the most part. Yep. There is the Blood for Bones. Seems like they're definitely a Reanimator strategy. Looks like they might be stuck on mana here, so it's going to be a cheesy way to get the last win, but might just win from mana situations. So I'm going to play Season of Growth here, and the reason is because I don't know what's in their deck, and they could have Ritual of Soot, and I don't want to just lose all of my Trolls. Ritual of Soot destroys all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. Alright, chart a course. Discarding a Pelakka Wurm, so they're definitely setting up a reanimation here. I'm going to try to pick up a Pelakka Wurm to get out of this mess. Just going to play Barkhide Troll and save up Hexproof mana here. Another Vine Mare. Actually, don't think I want that right now. I think I want to make sure I hit Prodigious Growth to end this, hopefully. I get to save a Thrash in case they just play a 1-mana 1/1, so I can make sure that they can't Blood for Bones this turn, since that is sorcery speed. It looks like they are just going to Bond of Revival instead, though. Cannot stop that. They get to gain some life. Probably not attacking, because if they do, they'll just take 9 minimum. Yep, no attacks there. Not really much of a point of thrashing there. I just saw all 4 Vine Mare in my deck, I think. Wait, no, at least 3 of them. I saw 3 Vine Mares. Send in with the team. Just thrash however I need to get that Pelakka Wurm killed. Just make them have another reanimation target. Draw some cards here. Oh my god, I didn't draw any forests. That's a bit of a problem. I definitely wanted to draw at least 1 forest so I could have some hexproof mana, but they don't seem like they're running a lot of removal in the first place. They have like a Ravenous Chupacabra, that's all that we've seen them get milled or discarded. So yeah, they get the value out of a Ravenous Chupacabra, but we're still fine. Wow, I would really love a forest now. Because then I could play Vivien and save up the hexproof mana. That's what I really, really want to do. I guess I have multiple Vine Mares, so this is probably fine. Now I have backups for the Barkhide Troll.
Dear to dinosaurs.
So, give it trample and
This'll
make
be
it
fun to
juicy.
watch.
Send it in, and then send in Vine Mares. This is the strategy. What's up, cat? How you doing? I have not pet my cat in a very long time. It's because I'm the worst kind of player. Why is he getting mad at me? I'm just trying to pet it. Oh, Bond of Revival. Well, that's irritating. Just slap Vivien. Alright, well, if they don't have a
Anger
negate,
only
I
gets
guess they're
me
still
so far.
dead. Never mind. There's Lazav. Also, they wouldn't be dead, they would just take 9. It's not quite lethal. Alright, what up, Lazav? I guess we just make sure they have to block the troll. Yes, and we got a forest so I can play Llanowar Elves and save up hexproof mana. And make troll a 10/10. Alright, yeah, I was going to say I would be highly surprised if they did not chump block there. Alright, Llanowar Elves make sure that we have Prodigious Growth mana next turn, as does that forest on top. So if Troll can stay around, we can Prodigious Growth it for hopefully lethal. If they try to gain control of Troll, they are just in for a sad day. Sorry. They did try to gain control of the Troll. So that will end this game. Would have been over anyway, I think. I mean, this isn't lethal. It's just close. Yep. Take 10, go to 3. Blood for bones. Alright, what's coming out here? Let's see. I was thinking about just giving the troll hexproof right now, just in case of something crazy. But I can just give it hexproof when they do the thing. Alright. I mean, hexproof. Are they Chupacabra the Llanowar Elves? Okay. And that's very lethal. Much trample. Alright. Well, that will finally end the 6-win run. I think that was 6 wins out of probably like 20 plus games. But we got there. That's what's important. We got our beautiful, full art, unhinged island that looked very thin there for a second because my game was trying to process the fact that I actually got 6 wins eventually. Well, thank you all for watching. Looks like I don't have any more packs to open up there. But thank you all for watching so much. That was my experience in the Dominaria Standard Shakeup. If your experience is anything like mine or dislike mine, let me know. There definitely seems to be a lot of favorable wins strategies running around, so be prepared for that. Other than that, just a decent amount of control. We played against Dimir control, Grixis control, Esper control. Lots of control. So that was how the metagame seemed to me, just so you all are aware of that. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again very soon for some more Magic Arena content. Probably next up is going to be another ranked draft of Core Set 2020. I'll see you all then. My god, this video is not as long as I thought it was. It's just an hour and 20 minutes, but still, that's a lot for a constructed video. Alright, sorry, I'll see you later.